Wagwan. This is going to be an ever so brief video on what is worse, paying for play or essentially watching pornography. And I want to just break down both elements of it. Obviously, none of them are preferable, but what is actually worse? And to answer the question very early on in the video, watching pornography is worse because watching pornography, all of this, when it comes to sexual matters and sexual conversations, it is all spiritual. That is one thing that you need to understand. And when you are having sex, when you're watching pornography alone in your room, in the dark, with the lotion, with your tissues or your wipes ready to go, don't think that you are alone. One, your computer is watching you. Your computer is watching everything that you're doing online. It's part of the reason I don't really like using these things, but they're watching everything that you're doing online. And on top of that, there are unseen forces watching over you as you open up these apps. The succubus spirit, the incubus spirit, you should imagine them hovering over you whilst you're on these platforms and you're looking for it. It's a demonic thing. Pornography is very, very demonic. And so when you relapse, especially to these things, you are forming a soul tie with a being, with a person who you have no connection to whatsoever. So you have a spiritual connection to them, and they gain the sexual energy and the sexual satisfaction of draining you without even knowing your first name. It is ridiculous. So a lot of the time, a lot of these porn actors and these porn stars, in a sense, are demons. They're sexual demons because they have so much sexual energy. Why? Because the people give them, or you watching, give them sexual energy. So you give them a certain satisfaction. And I remember when I was battling with porn addiction and battling with these things, I used to have dreams of the porn stars in my dreams. When I was on semen retention for so long, the dream state would put one of those porn stars that I relapsed to often in there to try and get me to relapse. But after studying Taoism and understanding, some of the Taoist practices and after mastering the big draw, because mastering the big draw is essentially how I learned how to have a non-ejaculatory orgasm and not spill my seed during the act of intercourse, and also not spill my seed during a wet dream as well, because there's no greater strength than there's no greater feeling. Well, of course there is, but it's a very great feeling when you have an attempted wet dream and you wake up and the succubus spirit tried to take the seed out of you, but because you were strong enough to say no, you wake up and no seed was spilled. It is a great feeling. So that's the reason why I would say watching pornography is worse. Paying for play, the moment you are paying and you're giving a woman the money in exchange for sexual intimacy, sexual satisfaction, it's a very weak move, but at least it's a real woman. It's a real woman at the very least, albeit from a spiritual perspective, a very low grade woman. And there's more damages than benefits from sleeping with her, but it's still a woman. When you are sleeping on the screen, it's signaling to yourself and to your brain that I am not worthy to get pussy. I cannot get pussy. I cannot get vagina. So I have to do it myself and form a demonic spiritual bond with a screen. And I know how it goes with the porn addictions. It starts off with a basic lesbian stuff, and then it can spiral out of control. And that's the key, and that's one of the big drawbacks of pornography. Before, it was back in the day, before the internet or whatever, it was a magazine or it was very, very simple stuff. But now you have unlimited buttons. It's easy access, very easy access, and you can end up in some kind of category that you had no intentions in. It just fucks up your brain. Just to keep it simple, it fucks up your brain. It fucks up everything. It fucks up expectations. It can lead to ED. Whereas with a woman, at least you've invested the money, well, paying for play, I should say, is you've invested the money, and although it's a weak action because you're paying for it, which is almost signaling without paying I can't get it, it's not good. It's still better than watching porn, because watching porn is absolutely free. And yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. I don't recommend paying for it. But yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's the topic. Short video.